If I could change one thing about myself, what would it be? I would stop judging myself based off of another person's measuring stick. You know what I mean? Like, again, holding myself to another person's standards. Like, roughly just swimming, looking at somebody else's lane, you know? That's the one thing I would change about myself because you know how it is where you feel like you're not good enough or some shit like that. Like you see another person doing something and you think that, you know, you should be doing this by a certain age, or other people are moving this way. Get the fuck off social media, basically, is what should be done, which I roughly have on. We're not really active on social media much these days, outside of, I guess, YouTube is considered like a social media. That's what the fuck this platform is. But yeah, stop, negative self-talk, and judging yourself. I'm talking about when you're like in public with everybody else. I'm talking about when you're quiet and by your damn self, and the voice, your mind starts to lie to you and tell you shit that's not even true. You just start, because you're looking at somebody else's situation, you're looking at it based on somebody else's belief system and stuff like that, another person's measuring stick. And you definitely shouldn't do that. You should go by your own stuff. I mean, you should be able to realize that everything you need in your life right now at this given time, you have it. It's all in you. It's all inside you. And I don't know. I guess I always needed somebody to kind of show that to me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, that's it. It's in there, but you just want to hear, I don't know. I guess you want to hear that shit, or feel like you have that push, that fucking Rocky's trainer in your ear. Come on, Rock. You can, telling you that you can do it, or Apollo Creed in your ear saying that, man, everything to get where you're trying to go is inside you, man. Anything you want to do, you can do it. It's all inside you. So, if I could change one thing about myself, it would be to stop judging yourself, Rome, and cut the negative self-talk. Stop that shit. That's really. Well, again, I've since then been working on that stuff, but this is just for this particular segment question, that negative self-talk. Stop judging yourself. My biggest pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve is disingenuous people. Let me describe that to you. You know what I mean? Like people that say they support you, right? They say they're going to do all these things for you. They say, they put on this front, and it's pretty much about their ego, why they're doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to do this for the simple fact of their ego, and just trying to be everything to everyone, and just disingenuous about it, doing things that you're not really putting the heart behind it. You're doing it simply to look like the man, or you're looking like the woman, shit like that. And you know who did that shit the most a lot of times? Me. I was disingenuous on a few things because I wanted so badly to be revered as, like, I don't know, like some kind of, I don't know, for my ego's sake, just like the person to be relied on and stuff like that. And not that I didn't do good things for good people out of the kindness of my heart, but there was like, you somewhat did it for your ego as well. You know what I mean? And but learning the difference now, because when you're genuine, I said genuine-ish. When you're genuine about what you're doing for people, you don't expect anything in return. And I mean, that's anything. And that's what I found myself doing. I was expecting shit in return, be it from family, be it from friends, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't being genuine about my shit. So I'm calling myself out on my own shit is really what I'm doing. Disingenuous people, but people just, that tend to do that. And we tend to judge ourselves more than, like, harder than we judge anybody else. So I figured I'd go with that. That my biggest pet peeve is disingenuous people, and people that do everything I just described. But you know what I'm saying, like, there's so much that can be said about people that tend to be disingenuous, and they all do it for different reasons, be it manipulation, be it for ego purposes, be it just to be malicious, whatever the case is. But it's just about, like, recognizing that and wanting to change, and hopefully myself and other motherfuckers make the change to continue to be genuine. Me continue to be genuine and being open and honest about things, because once you stand in your truth, nobody can use that shit against you. And it's really how I see it, and I'm just trying to work on that, continuously work on that. Now, granted, what a Nikki Giovanni quote is that you have to be willing to contradict yourself if you're gonna improve, because the way you thought at 23 may not, then shit you said at 23 may not be how you feel at 33. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. So you got to be willing to contradict yourself. So don't try to hold yourself to some shit you said when you was younger, because you don't think like that. Well, you shouldn't be thinking like that. So just be moving forward. I'm trying to get sidetracked. Pet peeve: disingenuous people. All right. My favorite memory. It's a lot. Man. But I'll tell you what. I'll probably say a favorite memory in another episode long down the line. But for this episode, I'm gonna say my favorite memory was when I realized that my daughter had the same sense of humor as me. Yeah. All right. So I'm with my daughter. I'm visiting my parents' home in VA. Shout out to the 757. Suffolk. It's always in my heart. Wherever the heart is. One of these motherfuckers. Yeah. So I'm home visiting, and we're just in my old room I grew up in, just lounging. And my daughter is, like, looking at this, she's coloring this book or whatever. She's reading this Little Mermaid book, right? And you know how sometimes you think of shit in your head, but you don't say it out loud, because you get to that age where you don't need to be all embarrassing or trying to embarrass anybody, so you just keep these jokes. These are for the people that used to joke in high school and middle school, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I was sitting there, just probably watching TV with her, and she's probably about, I don't know, 7 or 8, something like that. And and she's reading that book, and she gets to the page where she sees Ursula, right? And she was like, "Daddy, don't this family member look like..." And at that moment, I knew for sure that was my child. Because, we did a lot of joking growing up, insecure ass kids, always talking about each other and shit like that. But it was fun. We had fun. We had a lot of fun. Me and Cara had a lot of fun. What up, boo? We had a lot of fun on the bus. Of course, we heard Skeeter G at the bus stop saying funny shit about people. I mean, a lot of people that we grew up with was just funny. But getting back to my kid, it was like in that moment I laughed so genuinely with her, and she laughed, and she's ruthless to this day. Yeah, my baby, she can carry her own when it comes to laughter. She gets it from both me and her mom, for that matter. But she's Oh, she's my inspiration, truly. Um, and I don't know, I just love her. I love that. She's not a little girl no more. 16. Fuck. 16. 16, beautiful as ever. Got sass, brains, attitude, everything, everything. You know what I'm saying? She's just remarkable. I love her to death. I do, I really do. And but that moment right there is what is probably my favorite memory so far that I can remember right now. I'm sure there's so many others, but you know, that's my favorite memory with my baby.